Hey there, what is up, Faithbox family? We're on day 9 of our everyday faith this month on the theme of pain. My name is Maggie, and we are going to jump right on back in to a scripture today that comes from Lamentations 3:8. Here it says, "And though I cry and shout, he has shut out my prayers." The book of Lamentations is filled with laments, grief, and heartaches that are universally experienced by all people. Many scholars believe the book was written by the prophet Jeremiah, which presents a very unique dilemma. As a prophet, Jeremiah's role is to hear from God and then share what he has heard with God's people. Yet here in Lamentations 3:8, Jeremiah wrote that he cried out to God and God shut out his prayers. How is that the one who is supposed to hear from God feels like he can't even communicate with God? Jeremiah's pain was so intense that he felt like God was ignoring him or shutting him out. But in all actuality, Jeremiah was not shut out or forgotten by God, and neither are you. God has not forgotten about you, nor has he shut out your prayers. Just because God is silent does not mean God is absent. He sees you, he hears you, and he will respond to you. So part of this is just having trusting in God's timeline, trusting that he will come through when the time is right, trusting that he's got your back, that he knows what is best for you, and that he will give you what is best for you when it's in his right, perfect timing. So a lot of this pain and trusting that God has pain relief on the other end of this is just knowing God and knowing that he is there for you, having a relationship with him. Just like Jeremiah, even though he feels like God has shut him out, it still says though that he cries and he shouts. He's still trying to pray. He's still trying to communicate with God. He's still trusting God. So do that today. This is incredible advice and incredible wisdom from Jeremiah, even though it felt like he was in a pit of despair and that God wasn't actually listening to him. God is. He always is, and he's listening to you today. So shout up those prayers, pray to him, trust in him. Just trying to communicate with him proves that you trust in him, because if you weren't even trying to communicate with him, then that would mean that you had walked away completely. So if you were at least trying, putting forth effort to cultivate a relationship with him, asking him to be there for you, he will come through in his perfect timing. As it says here, God is, even if it feels like God is silent, he is not absent. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back here with you tomorrow for the next day of our Pain Everyday Faith.